Hey guys, so it's Mr. A. We've covered a couple of things in Module 8. We've covered similar shapes, and we've covered the proportionality with similar shapes. We've also covered scale. And so real quick, before we finish off for the year, I wanted to address circles. And so obviously you guys know, how to deal with circles. You've seen them, you know that they're 360 degrees, but some of you may not know that circles have some vocabulary that we need to understand in order to figure out the area and circumference of circles. So right here we have the radius, which is half the distance from the center to the edge, and then we have the diameter, which is the full distance across the circle. We also have what's called a chord, which is like a line from a point to a point that doesn't go through the center, but we don't really need to worry about chords right now. So let's talk about circumference first. We see down here, and you guys may already know that circumference is basically just the distance around a circle. So if we have a circle, the circumference is going to be from here, and then let's switch the color from here, and then we just go all the way around. And so some brilliant mathematicians of the past, they realized that if you take the diameter of the circle and you multiply it, say it's 10, you multiply it by 3.14, you get the circumference of the circle. It's really that easy. So that's it for circumference. We just take the diameter, we multiply it by pi, which is 3.14. Now, if we have a radius, say our radius is 5, we need a diameter, obviously, so we just double the radius, because if the distance if a radius is half the distance, then a diameter is the full distance. So we just double it. We multiply it by 2. So we do, in this situation, be C equals 2r times pi, or the diameter, which is 2 times r times pi. Okay, so that's that. Then we're talking about area of a circle. And we notice up here, let's go with this one, up here, the area is the shaded in. The area of anything is the stuff inside. So if we're talking about a circle and we want to talk about what's inside, the space inside. Our formula for area of a circle is that same 3.14, A equals 3.14 times our radius squared. Okay, we've already talked about the radius being half the distance. All right, so if, say, our radius is 5, and if we have a diameter, obviously we would cut it in half. So if the diameter is 10, we cut it in half to get our 5, which is the radius, and so then we do 3.14 times 5 squared. Okay, so we know that 5 squared is 25, because 5 times 5, when we square a number, we just multiply it by itself. So 5 times 5 is 25, and then we do times 3.14, and so let's do 3.14 times 25. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 1 plus 2 is 7. 5 times 3 is 15. Drop that 0. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 0. 8 plus 7 is 5. 5 plus 2 plus 1 is 8. And then 6 plus 1 is 7. We move the decimal over twice because there are 2 places to the right of it. We get 78.5 units, whatever that is. In the circumference, it was 31.4 units because we didn't specify. And here the area 78 and 5/10 units. And that's it. They're units squared. Yeah, so circumference is going to be just units because it's the distance around, and area is always expressed in units squared because we're making a square out of it. We're trying to figure out the stuff inside of it, okay? So that's it. We are done. Hopefully you understand all of that, and if you need any help, let me know.